Calling all heroes. Hey there, superheroes! This is your host, Manny
and Justin.
Welcome to the Reactcast! Something a little bit more modern. Talking about controversy. We're going to be talking a little bit about war, right? So, and we'll expand on this a little bit more. Right. But let's go ahead and watch out this trailer for Warfare from A24 Studios.
How's it going?
6.
Going well.
Okay. That's that new guy energy.
Oh, he's back. That's the 4th fucking time he's done that.
So you're peeking and probing?
Speaking with serious intent to probe.
Alpha 2, we might have guys starting to move on our position.
Copy, we're getting a buildup of activity here too.
Yeah, I definitely see weapons at this point.
Yeah, we have definite massing.
Oh, cool. This
Redman 08 is profane. We're seeing activity converging to your north and south.
This is Frogman 6 Romeo. We need evac at our last known position.
We have severely wounded.
Who's the severely wounded?
It's not you.
Is it me?
Who is it? No, it's not you. No, it isn't.
Copy, 1, we're in contact 2.
You coming to you or you coming to us?
Stand by. We'll let you know when we're inbound.
Let's move!
Here's the plan.
EA 5 minutes, over.
The scouts are gonna lead us out, and I'm bringing up the rear. Pop smoke.
Smoke out?
We are all coming back.
OP1, they are en route to you.
3 minutes out! 3 minutes! Eyes on me and only me. Has anyone looked at you? I'm fucked up.
2 minutes out! 2 minutes!
Where are you guys?
Look for the blood and the smoke!
Multiple bad guys trying to get to our position.
Inbound! Inbound! Find cover!
Woo! I like some of these camera angles.
Yeah. We have enemy on our building and all surrounding buildings.
Roger that, stand by. Going hot.
You gotta get ready, man. This is gonna hurt. On my count. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh. Ooh, man. You know,
That's why you show a little bit of love whenever you see a soldier around you.
yeah, and you know what? Like, I like that this movie, I think it's actually trying to show, like, the raw, not raw footage, but the raw reality of war, right?
Yeah, it's not pretty.
It's not pretty, and I like that. You know, we've talked about A24 before. They're not a big studio, so I like when these type of studios are able to make a little bit more, you know, a little bit smaller focus. So like the scope is a lot smaller. Like say this was, you know, Warner Brothers or Disney, like these major big ones, Fox making these.
Right.
You're gonna have Michael Bay's in there, right? You're gonna have, it's gonna be all about explosions that are just unreal. It's gonna be about like basically the what you think of war, but in its epicness, right? Like it's gonna glorify how war and everything is. Versus here, it feels like, it looks like the camera's following just that group of comrades going through everything. And I think that's I think the best way I can say is, like, I don't know if you've seen Extraction with Chris Hemsworth.
Great. Yeah.
Say what you want about it, but one thing I liked it that it followed him throughout everything, right? And I think that's what they're going to do here, except it's going to be on a unit rather than just a single person. So I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I personally dig that. And I think this type of movie is good because it shows you the reality of war, right? So you're going to be able to kind of get the feel of not just the soldiers that serve our country, thank you for your service, but also, you know, the civilians end up, you know, having to basically give up their lives in the process, because at the end of the day, no war is really good because the only people that end up losing are the citizens.
Yeah.
Right? And
politicians don't go out in the dirt.
Yeah, so it's like, this type of stuff, I think is good. I think for some people to kind of get a perspective of war, this is how you do it. I have friends that have been in Iraq during that time frame.
Yeah, same. Thank you, guys.
Personally, like, my grandfather was involved in the Independence War of India. He was a freedom fighter there, and then he was also, a general in World War II, when India was with the Allies, and he actually, believe it or not, was with, General MacArthur's regiment that was captured by the Japanese as prisoner of war system and war. So I was like, wow. I have all these stories. That's really cool.
I didn't even know that, man. That's incredible. We gotta do a whole episode on that one.
Yeah, my grandfather enrolled. I swear they could make a movie out of this because he enrolled when he was 16. He went to go give his, brother lunch. His brother was already serving for the army at the time. And then he was really good at wrestling, so he got recruited because he beat their top wrestler at the age of 16.
That's so dope.
And then they end up going to war. He's in World War II. They get captured by the Japanese, and then they're lined up for extinction. So like it's kind of crazy because the talks of the Indian Independence War already had started during World War II, mind you, or even before World War II, like in the 20s. And so at that time, like my grandfather and them, they were all in there. So it's like you have all these Allied soldiers together, and then they're all lined up. And then the main thing that they came out with, and the cool thing is to me is the communication. How everyone has different languages, but they were able to communicate together. Hey, Americans, all the Allies, we're all going to be executed by the Japanese today because they know we're losing the war. So they were going to get lined up on top of the mountains. So they're like, you either get shot and die, or you could jump into the jungle and see if you can survive that.
I'm going
jungle. And guess what they did? Obviously, I'm here. so my grandfather and all these people, they jumped into the jungle. They talked about, like, the guerrilla fighters being in the jungle, like all the Japanese guerrilla fighters. They made it out of there. They went to Australia, where the rest of the Allies were able to kind of pick them up, on the Navy ships. And then after the war was over, he comes back and the Independence War starts, and he's like the general. He's the captain of the Indian National Army at that time, so he's back at war, and
Ben's grandpa was a badass.
Yeah, and growing up, I used to play around with this rifle, not knowing just how incredibly historic that was, because that rifle was from like the 30s and 40s. He kept it very well preserved.
That's incredible.
So so there's so much. And it makes me appreciate everything that the soldiers do, because I'm not just my personal connection, but also, seeing how the rest of the world is. I know in the U.S., I love America because I know how bad it can be outside of it. Okay, that's all I can say.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, warfare, that's personal. Warfare.
And that's what people have to understand about these kind of movies. They could be triggering to some people as well, but here in America, we have all races as we could possibly get, as that's what America is about and for in the first place. But I have to say, I appreciate that this movie kind of does touch that a little bit. It helps people like myself and like Manny who have relatives that were, in wars or battles or whatever. And it helps you understand, in the movie, at least in the trailer, it kind of shows you little scenes of the camaraderie, them hanging out before they go out to battle. They're laughing, they're watching videos, having a good time. And then the serious depth of what that brotherhood and connection while training and so on means when you get out into the real business of it.
Yes.
And the feeling that you get, kind of like he was saying, that camera view makes you feel like you are the one that's there watching.
Yeah, it makes you really appreciate it, be a little bit more appreciative for everything. And I think that's good, especially not to get political, but like even in today's climate, a lot of these veterans, they come back and they're homeless. A lot of these veterans are mentally not the same, right? Because of all the PTSD and everything. And they're just roaming around on the streets. There are different things we should be able to do. And I hope these type of movies, if warfare isn't what we think it is, I hope there is a movie in the future where it can go ahead and do that. Kind of just let you see what the reality is, because it's not Call of Duty.
Right.
You don't get respawns. It's not Battlefield. It's not just a matter of taking over operations and however games want you to be. This is real life.
Yeah.
It's one and done.
Yeah, it's not games with friends. It's real life with brothers.
Yeah, you lose people that you are very close to, and we should be appreciative of that. Video. We're going to go ahead and say Happy New Year, and I hope 2025 is able to go ahead and provide you guys with all the success in the world.
Best year ever,
Let's all
baby.
succeed together. Let's all go into this with a new thought. In fact, let's start every day. No matter how bad your day ends, your next day, let's start it with a fresh mind. I want you guys to say it. We'll say it. I will succeed!
I will succeed.
That's right. And just remember, you know, Justin, with all the things that 2024 had,
Yes, Mr. Manny.
well, 2025, we're actually going to make it an impact with everybody getting to know that it's awesome, awesome, awesome to stop the hate.
And spread the love.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.